What's up everybody, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to discuss the rapid decline in quite a few NFT collections today. I'm just going to take a look at a few different collections. I'll give you guys my thoughts. I'll give you guys my overall outlook on where I see the market headed potentially in the next 6 to 12 months, and that will be today's video. Quick plug for my private Discord group. My entire Discord has been given access to this algorithm that you can directly input into TradingView here that you're seeing on the chart today. It will tell you when to buy and sell certain cryptocurrencies for you to make profitable trades. As you can see here on the screen, it's pretty darn accurate, and my members have been eating off these past few calls, longing and shorting these past few signals for massive profit. You combine this algorithm with Sally Swap, our crypto trading bot, along with all the whitelists that we give away. Vinland is one of the best private discords in the entire space. If you're interested in joining, check out the link in the description below for a 15% off discount code. All right, everybody, so today we're taking a look at the captain's floor price post reveal, and this is interesting because a lot happened since the last video I pushed out, and the timing on that video was pretty funny because it went live slightly after the Azuki event, and since then a lot has happened in the space, a lot of FUD, a lot of excitement, a lot of price action. So we're going to discuss that right now. So Captains is currently sitting at around 6 ETH floor price, and I believe when I first shot this video it was closer to 7. It was more like 6.5, maybe 6.7 on Pro OpenSea and Blur, and we saw a pullback all the way to 4.5 ETH floor price when the reveal took place. And there was a lot of FUD on the timeline, and people were a little bit upset about how long it took and the quality of the art and the direction the team was taking. But I think the team held a Twitter space, and there was a lot of discussion in the Discord, and a lot had happened since the reveal. And I think people are finally starting to understand the vision and the smart PFP that Captains is trying to push forward. So from, you know, that 6.5, 6.7 floor price all the way down to 4.5 where the max FUD was taking place, you saw people bashing Captains on Twitter left and right, farming engagement. It was kind of pretty funny to see. I was pretty confident in this collection bouncing back pretty aggressively, and so far it looks like we have. So we're sitting at around 60 floor price. Apparently there's going to be a meme pre-sale, the meme token. There's going to be an announcement sometime next week. So I think there's some price action in anticipation for that. But I also think the general sentiment for Captains have shifted since reveal, where people are starting to understand the idea of this smart PFP concept. All right, so now we're over here on my meme land dashboard, and we'll take a look at what this smart PFP potentially represents. And I want to make this clear. There are a few communities that have done swappable traits, customizable PFPs before. Kaiju Kings is one of them. I actually recently just bought one of those. Doodles also have done customizable PFPs. I know a few other collections has as well, but I don't remember those off the top of my head. So what you can do if you hold a Captain's PFP is you can go to your dashboard, click on your PFP, and you can go to edit Captains. From here, you're able to completely edit and change the way your meme land captain looks. As you can see, body type, skin type, hair, headgear, eyewear, ears, nose, mouth, facial hair, eyes, tattoos, body size, elements, which should be interesting, accessories, which should be interesting. So there's a lot here that you can do and edit for this captain, and how it's going to work is staking your captain will give you access to weekly or maybe bi-weekly tradable packs. So traits will be held in these packs. Like, let's say you're opening up a pack of Yu-Gi-Oh cards or Pokemon cards. Imagine that, but with different traits packed into those packs. You'll be able to open them on a weekly basis. If you're staking your captain, you will get those for completely free. You'll be able to take those traits and you'll be able to customize your captains with them. You'll also be able to take those traits and sell them to people who want those specific traits. So instead of having to sell your captain, which you see on the screen here, you'll be able to sell the certain traits that you don't want to use, or maybe the very rare traits that you accumulate so you can make some money. So it's a super interesting concept. You know, you can change your gender, you can change basically everything to do with your captain. As you can see here, there isn't much to do at the moment. A lot of traits are currently locked behind the questing wall, and the first trait pack I hear is going to be coming potentially July 10th or maybe July 17th. Maybe there's a delay, I don't know, but regardless, there is going to be a lot of traits coming, and as the traits start to come out, we'll start to be able to see what the art really looks like when people start to really customize their PFPs with all the different traits that they gather from questing. So I think the direction Memeland is taking the captain's art and the smart PFP direction is really interesting, and I'm excited for it, and I'm excited to open the first traitable pack that I'm going to be getting hopefully sometime this month. I'm also very excited for the meme token airdrop and pre-sale and the launch of that token hopefully this month, but maybe bleeding into August. You never know with Memeland, things take a long time. So a lot of exciting things coming for this collection and its ecosystem in the very near future, and there's going to be a lot more information and announcements when it comes to this collection and the potatoes and how everything works together, I think, in the coming weeks and months. So stay tuned for more content around Captains and Memeland. It's a collection I am very much bullish on, and I think we need these teams and these ecosystems that are trying new things and innovating and doing different things in general to kind of push the space forward, make it less stagnant, make it more dynamic, more accessible to new people. All right, so let's briefly talk about the craziness that happened with the Azuki launch, where I dropped my last video saying, okay, floor price is around 15, 16, 17 ETH, and the Azuki event is taking place. There's probably going to be an announcement. There maybe is going to be a second collection, etc. And we got the Elementals collection, which was a 20,000 collection PFP set. 10,000 of those got airdropped to OG Azukis, and 10,000 of those went to the public. The launch was, and I'm sure you're aware of this, did not go according to plan, I think, in a lot of people's views. The Elementals art looked very, very similar to the Azuki OG art, and some people couldn't even differentiate between the OG Azuki and the new age Elemental Azuki, and people thought that that was just pure dilution, along with the fact that it was a 2 ETH mint price Dutch auction where you only had 10-minute windows for Azukis, for beans, and for the public, and I don't think the public even got any, and so the holder ratio for Elementals is super out of whack, and I believe the floor price is below that 1 ETH mark. It may have gone up since then. Let's take a look. So it's currently sitting at 1.2 Ethereum floor price, which is about 40% down from the floor price. So it's not great. A lot of people are underwater, but when prices like this come down to the fair value, it allows new community members to enter the garden and to enter the Azuki ecosystem at a better price. And hopefully the team takes charge. The anime looks cool. They, make changes. They allow the community to vote on certain things, and the floor price will hopefully eventually go back up. But as you can see here, like, this guy dumped a bunch of elementals on the floor just now, all selling for a loss. Quite a few people have sold for a loss over the course of the last week or so, and there has been a lot of threads on Azuki and a lot of FUD, but in general, I think, the art is super top tier and the art looks absolutely amazing. I think the biggest issue is it looks so similar to the OG Azukis that it is hard to tell the difference, and there were so many FOMO elements built into the launch because they wanted to make as much money as possible that it came across as a little bit like, all right, screw the beans, screw the public, and it didn't really end up expanding the ecosystem, and just a lot of OG Azukis and bean holders, took up the vast majority of the elemental supply, and so it didn't really expand the ecosystem that much. As you can see here, unique ownership 38%. This was definitely lower when the collection first came out, and I think since the floor price has dropped, new people have been able to get in. But those 10-minute windows, man, the OG Azukis, those big whales, took up so many of those mints. So I think my final thoughts on the Azuki mint was, I think there was too much FOMO built into the mint mechanics. The windows were too short. They wanted to make as much money as possible. That's very clear. The art is sick. Like, Azuki has some of the best art in the space, bar none, but it looks very similar to the OG collection, and so it can be hard to differentiate between the two. Some people might call that a positive. Some people might call that a negative. I think I'm more on the negative side, but I can't deny that the artwork is sick. So I think in the future, Azuki is probably going to be fine. They've gone through a lot of FUD already with the Zagabond stuff and his past collections and that kind of rug history that has been debunked on some of it, and he's returned some of the funds and made amends with other communities. Regardless, that stuff has happened, and now with this, the Azuki community in general has been hit pretty hard from a bunch of different angles and has yet to crater and go to zero. So, maybe this makes the community even stronger going forward. And the last collection I want to talk about today is the Mutant Ape Yacht Club. And this collection got below below 5 ETH when everything bottomed out a few days ago. And I also want to discuss the NFT bottom after this and discuss whether I think it's potentially a good time to buy things right now. But last cycle, let's say last cycle, the last time Mutant Ape Yacht Club got to that like 3-4 ETH marked the bottom, and then it ran up to 40 ETH. And that was obviously with the airdrops and everything taking place. But the fact is that historically, the bottom for Mutant Ape Yacht Club has been around 3 to 4 Ethereum. And interestingly enough, when the bottom took place for Mutant Ape Yacht Club around 3 to 4 ETH, the USD valuation, so the price of Ethereum and its USD pairing, was much higher. I think when Mutant Ape Yacht Club was around 3 to 4 ETH and that marked the bottom, the USD valuation and ETH's price was like $3,000 to $4,000 versus now it being around $1,900 to $2,000. So when it reached below 5 ETH a few days ago at the ETH valuation of around $1,900, that was by far the USD valuation's all-time low. And so far, we have bounced about an ETH, as you can see here on Pro OpenSea. And so whether the bottom is in for all these collections, or this is just a little bit of like a relief bounce, and then we start to slowly bleed out even further, is anyone's guess. But I would say in general, the time to buy was the max FUD a few days ago, if you were going to buy. But I also see the argument where, you know, there's a potential recession coming to the United States and interest rates are still high and we're not onboarding that many new people into the NFT space right now. And Web3 in general has a pretty negative sentiment around it. And so it's very possible that we do see a retrace on these collections once again, and we visit those kind of all-time low evaluations, and we start to kind of figure out where the bottom might actually be. And so for me, I think I'm going to be buying a couple collections that are already super cheap. So I bought a Kaiju Kings, I bought a Gen 2 Gojira, and I'm not saying you should buy these. I'm buying these to support those founders. I think they're good guys. I think they're good communities. I think they're not going anywhere. I don't think they're rug artists. I think the art's pretty cool. I think the community is solid and they've been around for, you know, since the start of this ecosystem basically has been born. And I do think they're going to potentially do good things in the future. Does that mean the price is going to go up? I have no idea. Does that mean the price is going to go down? Probably. Like a lot of these collections have been bleeding in floor price over the past few weeks and months. That doesn't mean they can't bounce back harder in the future if we do have another NFT FOMO bubble. So just be on the lookout for these like super discounted collections. As long as the team is active, building, doing cool stuff, you know, if there is a huge capitulation event like we saw a few days ago or a week ago or so, maybe it's a good time to slowly scale into a position, into a collection that you like. But once again, you know, you take the risk of that collection going down. And in general, what I've been preaching on this channel for the past 2 years is buy, flip. Buy, flip, make money. Buy, flip, make money. That has been the leading strategy here that has made the most money for the past year and a half or so. Right now, cryptocurrency is doing really well. The limelight is on Bitcoin and ETH and those ETFs that are pending approval from the SEC. Does the Bitcoin ETF get approved? Does that mean Bitcoin goes back to 40K or 35K? You know, it's sitting at 31,000 right now. And a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago, we were, you know, mid 20,000s. So being in crypto has been more lucrative than being in NFTs for sure over the past few months. And that's why you guys should absolutely join Discords like mine, which have super powerful tools for you guys to make profitable trades, like the algorithm that directly plugs into TradingView that tells you when to buy and sell, like SallySwap, the cryptocurrency trading bot that plugs directly into Discord that you guys can use. Only a couple clicks to buy meme coins. It is super powerful. People are cooking with it, and I would highly recommend. Once again, my Discord, link in the description with a discount code. So take your time, stick to your plan. We have probably the rest of this year, probably the start of next year. Interest rates are still going to be high, I think, for a while. The Bitcoin halving is happening in 2024, April. So that is yet another catalyst for Bitcoin to go back to its all-time high, along with this ETF filing and all these big companies hopping in. You know, we have a bunch of stuff wrapping up in terms of regulation. Does XRP and Ripple get labeled as security? Do these other altcoins get labeled as security? What does the SEC do in terms of regulation? What does Congress do in terms of regulation? So a lot gonna happen in the next couple years in this space. A super great time, I think, to be plugged in, and a super great time to potentially start DCAing into your favorite 1, 2, 3 coins that have high market caps and that have staying power to make a lot of money down the line. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoy, you know, me ranting at this camera, and I will talk to you guys in the very next one. Peace. Peace.